Hey guys, Logan here, and welcome to Battle 5, a series where I break down my top 5 list on a particular topic, no matter what topic that comes to my mind. For this Battle 5 video, I'm going to be breaking down my list for top 5 national championship games during the 2010s of college football. I already did my Battle 5 list on my top 5 Heisman Trophy winners of the 2010s of college football. This time I'm going to be doing national title games of the 2010s in college football. So, let's get started with number 5 on the list. The 2020 CFP title game, LSU 42, Clemson 25. Why? Because this was an offense versus defense type of matchup. One team had the number 1 offense in the country, the other had the number 1 defense in the country. LSU down 17-7 in the second quarter, and then what happened? They came back and outscored Clemson 35-8 for the rest of the game. This was a great win for Coach O, Joe Burrow, and the rest of the crew. Number 4 on the list, the 2018 CFP title game, Alabama 26, Georgia 23 in overtime. Why? Because as much as it pains me to put this game on my list due to my fiery hatred for Alabama and their fans, because their fan base makes me sick to my stomach every time I come across one, I still got to give it up to Nick Saban and Alabama for what they did. Being shut out 13-0, I believe, in the first half, coming back in the second half, Nick Saban benching Jalen Hurts, replacing him with Tua Tagovailoa, and winning the game in overtime with a huge game-winning passing touchdown. Very close game. Disappointed in Georgia not beating Alabama in this game, but I got to give it up to Roll Tide. Number 3 on the list, the 2019 CFP title game, Clemson 44, Alabama 16. Why? Because this was the second time in 3 years that Clemson has beaten Alabama. This was the worst loss ever suffered by Alabama to Clemson by 28 points, under Nick Saban, mind you. And also because Dabo Swinney and those boys handled their business, scoring 40-plus points on Alabama's defense, picking off Tua twice while also not giving up a takeaway. This Clemson team was legit, and they actually brought me back to watching college football after Alabama beat Georgia a year prior. So thank you, Clemson, for doing that. I definitely appreciate that. So, number 2 on the list, the 2014 BCS title game, Florida State 34, Auburn 31. Why? Because for 2 reasons. Number 1, my Florida State Seminoles were the last team to win a national championship game within the BCS era. And number 2, after being down 21-3 within the second quarter, my team fought back with 31 unanswered points in the entire second half, and won the game with a Jameis Winston pass to Kelvin Benjamin within the end zone within few seconds left of the game. Even if you're not a fan of either of these teams, you have to admit that this was a very close and exciting game to watch. Go Noles, baby! Bear the spear! That's what I'm talking about right there. So, number 1 on the list, the 2017 CFP title game, Clemson 35, Alabama 31. Another Clemson-Alabama matchup in a title game. Why? Because, not just because this was Clemson's first national championship win since 1984, but also because of their quarterback Deshaun Watson. This was his second national championship game with 400-plus passing yards against Alabama. Back-to-back 400-plus passing yard games against that team, that Alabama team. They were trailing throughout the whole game until in the fourth quarter. They were not intimidated by Alabama at all. They made a lot of big plays when they needed to, and pull off the upset when they were when the odds were stacked against them. So, those are my top 5 national championships within the 2010s in college football. So, what do you think of the list? Did you agree? Do you disagree? Or is there one particular national championship game that within the within college football's decade of the 2010s that I left out on the list? If so, comment below and let me know which and explain why. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it that like button to click, and if you'd like to see future videos from me, make sure to press up there to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that bell icon so that you'll get notified about my latest videos. Have a great day, and as always, fight the good fight.